K News comes to you from the News and Current Affairs Department of Cool 91.9. You can listen to K News at 6 a.m., 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. every K News, K News, K News, K News.
From the witness testimony today, I know I'm innocent. A police officer who goes to the bathroom 7 different times, testifying lies in a car.
It's senseless. No video evidence. No, wait until after the judgment.
You don't have evidence to carry the protocol? Then you call the poll. Oh yeah, you know, I listen to Chamberlain, the jack kept the poll, what I do, why you keeping the poll there for? You listen.
They're coming to talk to the superintendent, the representative, where they were saying they will do they want it, do they want to do that one. Then they try and see about the road condition. Now my market in the bush, all of my people, my black bone, some of my
Where you say?
Embarrass on the former president we are regime, but since the government took over, we don't have freedom in real life. It's a great challenge for us as a motorcycle we've gone in real life to say we are failure or foreigner.
First of all, I'm a product of the University of Liberia. I have my first degree from there. I have my second degree from there. The University of Liberia is the state-owned institution, the highest institution of learning in this country.
So how does today make you feel, Councillor?
To make me feel good that at least the truth prevail. We have recognition, and all along I was on the Truth and Reconciliation Commission.
I mean, people call me and say,
From outside the country's capital, Monrovia, here in Painesville, we'd like to say good evening. This is news time of 45 minutes of news about Liberia and other parts of the world. My name is Odati Blackie. On to this Tuesday, August 12, 2025 presentation of the news. Let's now bring you our first development. Outgoing Chief Justice Union Yual of the Supreme Court of Liberia called on the judiciary branch of government and the legal community to protect judicial independence, uphold the rule of law, and strengthen public trust in the courts. Speaking at the ceremony marking the official opening of the August term of court, Chief Justice Yual emphasized that these values remain the foundation of a stable democracy and one that any compromise could undermine justice and national peace. She reminded members of the legal fraternity that judicial authority is not a tool for personal influence, but a trust granted by the public that must be sustained through impartiality and credibility. Chief Yual urged members of the Supreme Court bench and the Liberia National Bar Association to take on the responsibility of ensuring that Liberia's justice system remains a pillar of integrity. This is C.A. Yual.
3 years. I said at the beginning, he is hard for me to offer anything to say that I am so sorry that God did not give me Jesus. We have no, this one is time. And I respect and order all time. I then prayed I was able to serve. And what to kids, we say, and is the Lord. Because the creator of the Lord is God. Look in the Bible. I did not just stop it. So, the point is, every day we give you a word from the Bible. Yes, the future branch of government are purely important. They are mystical. I remember attending a conference in Kenya, and one of the topics was fighting for the judiciary for the demystification of the judiciary branch of government. So what we believe from that conference is that the majority of the clients do not pursue their interests. Give or give to a lawyer and go and sit down and set a top and if you come to ask for your copy
C.A. is Liberia's outgoing Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Liberia. They're calling on the judiciary branch of government and the legal community to protect judicial independence, uphold the rule of law, and strengthen public trust in courts. As voting closes in Nema County Electoral District 5 by-election, the chairperson of the National Election Commission, Madam David Brown Lassana, has urged candidates to use the legal process to seek redress for any electoral disagreements. Citizens of Nema County Electoral District 5 went to the polls this Tuesday, August 12, 2025, to elect a new representative following the vacancy created by the election of Samuel Koka to the Senate. The NSC board acknowledged the continuous nature of an election process and continues the 10 contesting candidates in the just ended election to peacefully register any disagreements with the election's magistrates to avoid what she termed as unnecessary tension. Madam Brown Lassana reminded candidates of their pledge to uphold the revised 2023 Farmington River Declaration, which calls for a free, fair, transparent, and non-violent election process. She reaffirmed NEC's commitment to the Farmington River Declaration guiding principles and vowed to ensure that all candidates given equal preference in addressing their concerns. Madam Brown Lassana also extols citizens for the massive turnout, linking into a successful voter education. David Etta Brown Lassana.
I see all these very, very young but eligible voters, gathered around coming from voting, and they seem very happy. I'm really impressed that the citizens here have queued up. They want to find their representative, and a lot of them are women, old as well as young women and young men. So it's a good thing that people participate in democracy. It means that the awareness that we try to create, that women should not just be in the kitchen, that women should not just be in a house. It shows it today here in Boto. But we just appeal to people, like I was saying in there. If you get problem, you got the police people all around here. Talk to them. The PO them can tell you where to carry the problem if you want to make complaint. Let us fight with each other, because at the end of the day, not all of us went sit down to the legislature. Just one person will be representing all of us here. And that person will be there, then we here. And we here, we got to live together. You understand? And if we can't live together because election business, then how our children will manage? So we don't want something like that. So everybody want to be peaceful. When the counting time comes, they got representative then. When they do the counting, they do the tally and everything, then we made the announcement. And even if you're not satisfied, you can still go to the magistrate office and go report or complain. where you're not satisfied, but you can either read it on your own set paper or the paper the magistrate got there, you read it there. Then a case coming now. And to do that case business, we got legal people to do the case. Then you yourself, you go look for your lawyer. You understand?
David Etta Brown Lassana is NC boss there, acknowledging the continuous nature of an election process and cautioning the 10 contesting candidates in the just ended election to peacefully register any disagreements with the elections magistrates to avoid what she termed as unnecessary tension as voting closes in the Nima County Electoral District 5 by-election. And now to this development where Representative Jeremiah Sokan of Grand Jide Electoral District 1 has raised concerns over what he describes as the escalating drug crisis in southeastern part of Liberia. The Grand Jide lawmaker warns that a significant number of young people risk being left disadvantaged if urgent action is not taken. Representative Sokan described Grand Jide, presumably to neighboring Ivory Coast, as a key factor that is enabling the smooth movement of illicit substances into Liberia. The lawmaker also cited the presence of the National Palace of Corrections in Zwedru, built in 1979 to rehabilitate long-term inmates, as contributing to the problem. According to Representative Sokan, individuals released from the facility are often relocated to communities in District Number 1, where some reportedly established networks for drug distribution. The situation, he warns, is worsening due to weak border security system. Corruption, including bribery at checkpoints, has made it easier for traffickers to move large quantities of narcotics into the country. This is Representative Jeremiah Sokan.
I called the minister, a good friend, the Minister of Justice, and myself usually we talk on the phone on issues. One of the things that affecting Grand Jide, Zwedru, my district particularly, is the fact that we host one of the major prison facility, okay, secure
in the country,
prison
yeah.
in the country. So it's located there. What happened is that the worst guys or the guys who serve the sentence, long sentences, they ship them there. All right. When their terms are out and they are free, they do not try to locate where they come from. They just dump them in my district. And so you have a stockpile of people who come in from the prison, have no one. The only thing they end up doing, creating these different, what we call, how do you call them, camps or tent of drugs, and they are there. So in Zwedru, every day, you know, the different areas, I mean, the number is on the rise. Okay? Now, these people, the only livelihood, the only thing they know is to live on drugs, to deal drugs. The other piece is our borders are so porous as well. You know, and people in Zwedru, for instance, it's a long stretch between Cote d'Ivoire, you know, and Liberia. It's there. And those one, look, you can pass anywhere. You know, in a canoe or you swim, so drugs come from so many ways enter in that county. Now the police or our security status or the institution are not equipped to the extent to keep up. So is the issue in it. So it is a very serious menace, not only now, but if care is not taken, it will affect. So the number of children that are enrolling or that are just being affected, that getting attracted to those different types of lifestyle, drugs dealing, drugs consumption, and all of that are on the rise in Zwedru. It is so scary. It poses a direct security threat because nobody walks around a little bit free. The guy is on the drugs, and then he looks for food to eat. He's dangerous at night. So Zwedru is becoming more and more, concerned with that kind of stuff. One of the things I discussed with the Minister of Justice is that we need to find some way that people, inmates or prisoners, they taken to Grand Jide. We need to find a program where when you're finished, you take them back. If you took them from Maserati, and they get 1 more year to finish bringing that back to central business. So what if you put it right back? Because you can't keep dumping them in my district, and or else then you gotta come out with very practical system, build a house of rehabilitation, try to relocate the people and and take them out of that. There's an issue in Zwedru, but it needs everyone's attention. So when you talk about Zwedru, you talk about Liberia. You talk about Grand Chile, you talk about Liberia, and that's the issue we face. We need to be bold, we need to be pragmatic, we need to be real in engaging.
If crucial measures are not taken, the proliferation of drugs across the country will be worse than what we can imagine. He's the Grand Bassa County lawmaker. That's Grand Chile County lawmaker Jeremiah Sukan. They're warning that a significant number of young people risk being left disadvantaged if urgent action is not taken in that part of Grand Chile County. As means of improving the water system in Liberia, the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has launched its 2025 to 2029 strategy plan with a cost of $156.6 million United States dollars. Making the disclosure, Minister for Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Jerry McPia, noted that the plan is designed to improve the water system across Liberia. Minister Pia stated that the strategic plan is aligned with the government's arrest agenda for inclusive development. The plan includes doubling water connections for 2024, a baseline of 15,000 to 30,000 by 2029, and expanding connections from 1,560 to 3,000, including revenue collection efficiency from 57% to 95%. Minister Pia added that the strategy plan replaced an expired framework and is aimed at guiding the LWSC development efforts over the next 4 to 5 years.
Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation has launched the 2025 to 2029 strategic plan that will cost the corporation about $156.6 million, designed to improve the water and sewer system across Liberia, not just Maserati. The plan is aligned with Policy 9 of the arrest agenda for inclusive development. The water and sewer goal, which include doubling water connection from the 2024 baseline of 15,000 to 30,000 by 2029, and increasing sewer connection from 1,560 to 3,000, and improving revenue collection efficiency from 57% to 95% to enable the LWSC to reduce its dependency on government subsidies from 50% to 20% within the same period. The strategic plan replaces an expired framework, and it aims to guide the corporation's development efforts over the next 4 to 5 years with a strong focus on urban sanitation, with focus on a mix of infrastructure investment, operational reform, service expansion initiatives aimed at meeting growing demand, improving efficiency, and enhancing the quality of life for thousands of Liberians.
As concerns mount over the proliferation of illicit substances in Liberia, a prominent resident of District 2, Montserrat County, is urging the Boca Kong-led government to carry out a complete overhaul of border security system. Anthony Willer believes the continued smuggling of illicit drugs in the country indicates a weak security intelligence among border security officers, emphasizing the urgent need to reshuffle and equip all entry points to drug trafficking. Speaking in an exclusive interview with K News, Willer underscored that the government cannot achieve its fight against illicit drugs if the border points are left vulnerable. Willer urged the Boca Kong administration to set up a joint security structure at all borders to enforce thorough inspection and strict monitoring of individuals entering the country. Willer recommended the construction of bordering walls in surrounding border points to prevent any bypass by unidentified individuals.
The government need to focus on the borders of our country for so many reasons. Not only for people bringing harmful drugs, and people who are not citizens of our country continue to pass the bordering line and entering our country without immigration tracking them to know whether they were citizens before or they are citizens and they are coming back into their country. No, there's nothing of such being done. So what I think government can do, those major bordering points, build a bordering wall to protect Liberian space, because it's very necessary. If you build a bordering wall, for example, in Ghana, look at the length of where the crossing point are. You build a very long bordering wall over there. Anybody that passing over there will have to pass through the immigration system to enter our country. That we can track people who just come into the country, people who were here before, who going out of the country, and then you be able to have a major security team assigned at that border. Not just the immigration, not just the custom people because you want to raise revenue, but you have the presence of the army there, you have the presence of the EPS people too, who will be there also serving the of our country because it requires bordering and security matters of our country. So government can do those things to be able to help prevent illegal substance from entering our country. So government needs to assign people who will really protect our borders for safety of our citizens.
That's the voice of Anthony Wille, a resident of District Number 2, Montreal County there, urging the Liberian President, His Excellency Joseph Dima Boakai, to carry out a complete overhaul of border security system across the area borders in Liberia. The 30 Liberian journalists have been appointed as correspondents for the Xinhua Evening News as part of a media training and capacity building program in the Hunan province of the People's Republic of China. The delegation currently in China for a government-sponsored exchange program is undergoing intensive training aimed at strengthening professional skills in strategic communications, digital media, innovation, government public engagement, and media ethics. The initiative is part of China's broader effort to enhance cooperation with media professionals from developing countries. During the ceremony at the newspaper's headquarters in Xinhua, the Liberian journalists were officially presented with appointment letters. According to the newspaper's editorial board, the correspondents were focused on reporting cultural issues, environmental topics, tourism, and people-to-people relations between China and Liberia. Nyati Topa, head of delegation, commended the Xinhua Evening News for the opportunity, describing it as a platform to deepen cross-cultural understanding. He emphasized that the group intends to use their roles to document stories of cultural exchange and highlight the corporate achievements between two nations. The training is sponsored by the Chinese Embassy near Monrovia, which has in recent years expanded its support for professional exchanges between Liberian and Chinese institutions.
Today, my colleagues and I are truly delighted to be a part of this remarkable engagement where we have all been appointed as overseas correspondents. This is not just a personal honor, it is a win-win development for all of us, an opportunity to serve as a bridge between China and Africa, and more specifically between China and our beloved Liberia.
今天我和我的同事们，这不仅是个人的荣誉。
In Liberia, the media sector faces enormous challenges, from limited resources to insufficient opportunities for professional growth. Yet, it is precisely opportunities like this that has given us the platform to harness our potential, to sharpen our skills, and to contribute meaningfully to uplifting the media landscape backbone.
在利比亚，媒体行业正面临着总资源匮乏。
We see this appointment as a significant milestone, a chance to tell the China and Africa development story with clarity, depth, and truth. Through our work, we aim to become people-to-people envoys, using our cameras and our pens to capture and share the authentic voices of both regions.
我们将此为一个可以用清晰、深入中非。
We reaffirm our collective commitment to this mission to use our words and our voices as bridges to spotlight the proud movements of China-Liberia cooperation, to document the heartwarming stories of cultural exchange, to deepen our mutual understanding, and to expand the path of practical collaboration between our two peoples.
我们再次正为桥，聚集中立合作的高光时刻，记录人文交流的暖心故事。
Once again, we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the editorial board of the Shanja Evening News, the Hunan International Business Vocational College, and the embassies of the People's Republic of China, near Monrovia, for granting us this opportunity. Again, we say thank you from the depth of our heart.
Meanwhile, officials say the program will help create a stronger media bridge, enabling Liberian journalists to share China's cultural and developmental experiences with their home audiences. The appointment offers the Liberian journalists a unique opportunity to contribute to international reporting with a particular focus on narratives that build cultural and diplomatic ties between China and Liberia. And let's not bring you this development where Citizens United for Better Liberia, in collaboration with Liberia Media Network, has presented a certificate of recognition and other honors to Patrick N. Sati, Secretary General of the Liberia Marketing Association. The presentation took place on Tuesday, August 12 of this year at the offices of the Liberia Marketing Association. During the ceremony, Kesali Q. Basa, chairman of the Citizens United for Better Liberia, explained that the organization aims to support individuals in governments who are making a positive impact on the country. Basel emphasized that the honors were awarded in recognition of Santi's diligent service and commitment, which have made the Liberia Marketing Association more effective. Chairman Basel noted that Patrick Sati plays a crucial role in the organization, as many of the positive initiatives within the LMA originate from his office. He also highlighted the developments and achievements accomplished under Santi's leadership. This is Anthony Basa.
Institution is there to encourage people who are doing well and show that Liberia become a better place. And so, Mr. Secretary General of the Liberia Marketing Association, we are honored today to present one of our institution's prestigious honors. Says the Citizens United for Better Liberia, CUBEL, in collaboration with the Liberian Media Network, certificate of recognition and honor awarded to Honorable Patrick N. Sati. The board of directors of the above-mentioned institutions please to name you as an outstanding Secretary General of the Liberia Marketing Association for your commitment in serving diligently to ensure that the Liberia Marketing Association be more serviceable to delivering to all its members across Liberia. Whereas we witnessed the renovation works on the roof of the Raditown Market Annex building, we witnessed a congratulatory message that was extended to the Liberian government, to the Liberia Marketing Association. Also, under your leadership as a Secretary General of the Liberia Marketing Association, we again witness a significant milestone as His Excellency Joseph Imon Boaka commissioned the newly renovated Rehab Broad Street Market. We are embedded in working respectfully with the President of the LMA to advocate to the CBL, the Liberia Marketing Association,